To become the master, you must first accept being the fool. This is because anything worth doing in life requires failure to grow. And success in life is a result of moving from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. So you're an attack dog going from thing to thing to thing. And the way to do this sustainably is by applying a growth mindset. Imagine a kid in PE class, and that person cannot do a single push-up. That person has a fixed mindset, and they think, well, I'm just too weak. I can't do push-ups. That's my lot in life. I was born weak, so there's no way I could do this exercise. The person with a growth mindset, they sat that kid down and said, actually, you should challenge that idea. You should look at things through a growth mindset lens and ask yourself, why can I not do a push-up? Is it because you're overweight? Is it because you don't work out? What's going on at home? How are you sleeping? Asking these kind of questions to get at the crux, the cause of the inability to do the push-up, instead of accepting not the inability to do push-up as a fact. And from there, that kid can use that growth mindset to improve 1% every day. Maybe they lose 2 pounds a month. Maybe they start working out 2 days a week. And if that kid does that every week consistently for a decade, that growth mindset will begin to yield many push-ups. This is why you need to identify what you're passionate about, because a growth mindset can only be used if you can dedicate your life to it. So you need to write down what your passion is. Really think about what makes you on fire. What are you passionate about when you wake up out of bed? Write that down, and in an ideal world, who would you be? Then apply a growth mindset to what is impeding you from becoming your ideal self. So if you're not doing the things you care about, stop doing them. And if they're too hard, if that's the reason, then apply a growth mindset to grow stronger, more competent, and then achieve your ideal self in the future. Next, we want to embrace challenge and embrace failure. Failure is important because failure is where we learn. Failure is where we grow, and any lifter knows this. Imagine going to the gym and lifting light weights for low repetitions. Sure, you can do the reps. You can go every day to the gym, put the reps in. But if the weight is too light and you're not at risk for failure, you're not pushing yourself to the edge of your capability, you're not growing. So put more weight on the bar of life, right? So whatever you're doing in life, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to the point of failure, and then accept that you're human and that's okay. And then use a growth mindset to learn, well, what went right? What went wrong? What can I learn? And yeah, so embrace challenge in your life, take on more, and learn from failure. And next, ask for criticism and feedback from your work, whatever you're doing. So criticism is so valuable. It's the most valuable thing you can receive, because that person is quite literally telling you what your weakness is. And a person with a growth mindset, they feed off of it. They're like, wow, thank you. I can actually change myself for the better. So instead of shutting negativity out, obviously there's going to be people in your life that tell you negative things to bring you down. So you can kind of snuff that stuff out. But people who are trying to help you and give you constructive criticism, take their advice, fix what's wrong. And your soul should probably tell you, like, you can snuff it out if something is, you're actually like weak, or they're just trying to bully you. So take constructive criticism and then grow from that feedback. And next, we should embrace imperfection. And we are all imperfect. There's nothing we can do about that fact. However, we can control what our actions are in response to that. I believe the best course of action for us is to align ourselves with an ideal of perfection, understanding that perfection is not attainable. And you can kind of understand this by saying, well, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. And that can translate to shooting for perfection and landing on excellence. The most common reason that the growth mindset fails is because people are not relentless. They don't expand their time horizon broad enough. They just cut off their time. They say, well, I can't get a result in 90 days. I can't get abs in 90 days. Why should I work out? Expand your time horizon. Say, well, I can only walk a quarter mile. So walk a quarter mile. People, because they can't do what they see on social media, they think they're too weak to do things. But you need to meet yourself where you're at and Estimate what you can do in a decade instead of 90 days. So write down your goals. Actually think about what your ideal is. And then get 1% better at that relentlessly, consistently, with discipline, without fail. And you will be surprised what you can accomplish in a decade. I think most people underestimate what they can do in a decade and overestimate what they can do in a year. So I hope that was useful for you guys. That's everything I know about the growth mindset. If you have any comments or concerns, or if you found that valuable, please like this video and subscribe. And yeah, catch you in the next video. Peace.